Good evening. My name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. In today's video, what I'd like to go ahead and share with you is going to be this list of 7 things. All right. These are 7 tips for optimizing your local business websites. What I will be walking you through is an actual guide. We're going to look at a live website. This is a live site that we just started helping out with. And I want to walk through some of the elements that I see not only perhaps you have been making as far as issues. So I want to walk through some of the issues that maybe you've been making that I noticed with this website. These are the 7 things that really stood out that I decided to go ahead and make a tutorial on how you can find them and fix these issues. So I really don't want to waste any time here. Here's what we're going to be going through. Number 1, removing pages you have on your website that you're fighting with, right? Like, for instance, if you're creating blog articles or you're creating location pages that are just based on location, but you have a location-based service page, this could be a page that you're fighting with yourself on. Number 2, pages you have been getting traffic to, right? Or pages that you've created that are getting clicks, they're getting impressions, but they're ranking number 11 or number 13. How can you fix that? Number 3, stop adding schema site-wide. I want to point out something in particular here. One of them will be with local business schema. I have to point this out to you. All right. Number 4, support primary pages. All right. Yes, support primary pages, but your website is not a blog. We'll talk about this. Number 5, if you have a service, internally link to it. You have a service page, internally link. Let me point out where you should be internally linking from. Number 6, increase A tags. I'll give you a quick tip. I'll even show you a pro, right? This was a site that was taken over, very well known in the industry. It's been taken over by a company by SEMrush. It's a company called SEMrush, very well known in my industry at least. Maybe you've never heard of it, but SEMrush is a SEO tool. They took over this website. I'll show you a piece of information. Along with that, with internal linking, it brings me to number 7, which is who's your expert? And moving in and through 2024, who is your expert? And establishing expertise, essential. I want to point out 2 sites, not only a very large site that's well known within my industry, but also a competitor in a sense. I mean, they're so huge, they're not really competition. They're way above. They're like out of here. But with that being said, these are the 7 things that I want to walk with you through right now. I don't want to waste too much time here. This is the 7 pieces. I'll show you a live example. I'll show you the issue. I'll show you how to diagnose it, how to find it, and I'll show you how to fix it. So let's go ahead and start with this here. All right. Remove pages you have that you might have on your website that you're fighting with yourself. Let me show you the live example here. All right. So the live example that we'll be looking at, all right, this is going to be another part of the examples. Here's a site that we're helping with. All right. So this is a site that we just started helping with. I want to say it's been about 10 days now. All right. We started doing some of the work. We're diagnosing the issues. We're implementing some better SEO, right? With that being said, I want to point this out. All right. So removing pages that you might be fighting with yourself on. All right. So let's come into SEMrush here. And I've already pulled up their keyword traffic, their positioning. All right. They're up and down. They're having some trouble. And I want to point out that there's some main locations that they really want. And I'm sure you might have the same exact thing. There's locations that you really want to rank in, right? But when you pull up SEMrush, we go over here to the organic research over on the left-hand side. We'll put our website here. We'll go to organic research. When you go to organic research, you can pull up all the keywords that you're ranking for. And yes, I completely understand that Google Search Console does this complimentary, but this is a really clean and nice way to have everything presented to us, right? So what we're going to do is organic research, put the primary term in here. And what I want to point out is this. When you scroll down this page, all right, we'll have pages here. I'll just point one out in particular. All right. Give me one moment here. And this is perfect. Here we go. So here's this page here, driveway repair in Dallas. All right. So the page is driveway repair. That's what the keyword is that's bringing in traffic, driveway repair. Now, note, we have on the website here, we have concrete contractor, Dallas, Plano, McKinney, Frisco, Allen, the largest, some very high competition markets, very large markets. Dallas is massive. But what I want to point out is we have concrete contractor. We have a concrete contractor page. So think about this for yourself. If you have a page targeting a service, there's no reason to create a blog or a secondary service page that's already being taken care of in a primary page. Here's a prime example of this. When you come down here, here's this page here. So we have concrete driveway repair in Dallas. So now it's concrete repair in Dallas. I'm already targeting that. I already have a primary page for this concrete contractor. We're going to talk about repair. We're going to talk about secondary services that we provide. If for some reason there's a service that deserves its own silo, then build its own silo. But I would highly disagree that driveway repair is going to supersede concrete contractor. So think about that for yourself. If it's not worth building out the silo, if it's not worth optimizing your GBP profile, right, with products and services, if it's not worth targeting in all of the locations that you provide service in, then do not create just one page. Don't get greedy here. We can talk about secondary services within a primary. A concrete contractor does a lot of things. A page can rank for more than one keyword. All right. So don't try like Dallas is big. Hey, there's a little bit of traffic there. Let's see if we could target it. No. So think about this for yourself and try to eradicate this type of issue. All right. So that's one example. That's how you would find it. Let's move on to the very next. So pages you have that are getting traffic, make sure that they're internally linked. Let me share with you another example. Same site, same type of example. So this particular website here, I want to point out, so their best page, of course, is going to be for their brand name. All local businesses, the brand name, generally, if they've been in business for any period of time, if you've been in business any period of time, your homepage or your brand should be picking up the majority of traffic if you're a local business, right? So as we scroll down here, we can see the local business is getting 29%. Here is a variation of the name, 23%. But I want to show you a secondary service that is getting traffic, getting clicks, and producing a little bit of, the overall. But it's an orphan page. Let me share this with you. So scroll on down here and look at this. So this is pyramid. Here it is right here. Decorative. So this is 7% of their overall traffic. 7%. So if you come inside of SEMrush, again, we're inside of organic research. We've put the key, we've put the domain in the very top here. I use SEMrush. I use them all, as you can see up here. But for this example here, to walk through this, diagnosing this, finding this ailment, if you want to call it that, put the domain here, go to organic research. We're going to scroll down. And what we're pointing out here is, hey, you have a secondary service. The secondary service is picking up steam. It's getting clicks, right? So in this case, we have decorative concrete services. So that would mean if it's starting to get clicks, if it's worth us targeting, we want to target it in all the locations. We just covered this in the last video, right? Not the last video, the last tip. What I'm pointing out here is decorative concrete services, 7% of their overall traffic. See traffic percentage? That's for this website, for this page, for this keyword, right? 7%. Decorative concrete service. So obviously we want to target it in all the areas that we provide service. This is a secondary service, right? Or it could be another primary service. However you want to look at this, all right? Our primary in this particular case is foundation repair and concrete contractor. But this particular decorative concrete service, we're going after service. Google's rewarding us. We're getting traffic. We're getting clicks. Let's go over to the website. Look at this. So here's all the foundation repair, concrete repair. FCS, financing, blog, our team, careers. Let's scroll down. We're going to our main pages. It's a page that is producing 7% of your traffic. It's a keyword that's picking up steam. It's a service that we provide. Why aren't we linking to it? If you see this, we want to make sure that there are internal links pointing to these pages. Now, why is this? This is the reason why. If you come over here and you see this decorative concrete, this SF means us. I'm very sorry, not SF. If we go to position, very simple. We go to decorative, they're number 5, right? I'm very sorry here. They're number 4, even better, right? If we can internally link this page, we'll probably get a ranking increase. And please note, SEMrush is giving you what is called blended data. It's not going to be 100% accurate. And plus, we don't know what location are they pulling from? Where are they searching from? So it might show number 1 or number 4, or it might show whatever number yours is. But if there's something that you do, and it's something that's already producing traffic, increase the amount of internal links. Make it very easy for Google to find. Also, I showed this in another video. If you come over to your Search Console, Google will outline inside of Search Console. When you go into Search Console, on the left-hand side, scroll down. You'll see a button that says links. Google has outlined how important internal and external links are. It's going to list internal link flow, right? Importance of links by the amount. So we want to make sure if there's something that's producing traffic and it's not ranking in the top 3, increase internal links, make it easier to get to it. If it's something important, build out your silo, increase your overall internal links, and put it somewhere where it can actually be found, especially from the homepage and primary pages, right? Because even if I come over here, if I go into Concrete Contractor, let's go over to the Dallas page. All right, better yet, we'll go to the Plano page. I'm on Plano. Nowhere on this page, Control F, decorative. So here's decorative. Look at this, decorative concrete. I'm not a fan of linking from within body text, only because if something changes, you have to go back in and remove each and every one of the links. I like doing sidebar, head, and foot. It's just easier for management. But if you're one of the people or webmasters that likes to go into the text and highlight this, look at all the opportunities. There's 18 opportunities here to internally link to decorative concrete, and we've missed the opportunity, and it's producing 7% of our traffic. So this is what the ailment is. This is the issue. This is how to remedy it, find it, and how to use the tool to get to it. All right, let's go to the next tip. So number 3, stop adding schemas site-wide. So I want to point out for this particular business here, all right, and again, how does this reference to you? Think about this for yourself. So it should be eradicated already, but let me just take a look at something. Schema. Okay, it looks like the gentleman that I'm working with is starting to, this is more like a done with you. They're already starting to remove this. But this particular business has a Google business profile verified. They've been in business 10 plus years, right? They have one in Dallas. They have one in Plano. They have one in Allen. They have multiple Google business profiles that are verified. There is zero reason to have local business schema on the homepage and site-wide that says the same exact information throughout the website. If you have a primary service, okay, or if you have a schema that you want to utilize, you're marking up the page that's most relevant, and you're only marking up elements that are actually on the page. So what am I getting at here? So if I have a primary service for this business, let's just say it's Concrete Contractor, and I have a Google business profile in Dallas, Plano, and McKinney, go to those pages and add your local business schema that's most relevant for that page. That way, when I'm linking that Google business profile listing to my internal page, not the homepage, I would hope not, because you have more than one, that way it's most relevant for that specific page. And that's another secondary tip. If you have more than one Google business profile, you don't send them all to the homepage, right? And here's the reason. Think about this. If I have 4 Google business profiles, Dallas, Plano, McKinney, and Frisco, they all do the same thing, but they have different phone numbers. They have slight variations of their name. They have different descriptions. I need to be able to build not only for my benefit, my client's benefit. I want to build citations. I want to build directory listings. I want to build that Google business profile over. I want to build my products over, right? I want to talk about location specific services. I want to talk about location specific services in the product section. You see, I want to have the schemas, unique images. Link the Google business profile to your internal pages that are most relevant. Also, have unique schema types. Don't do site-wide. Don't do automated. If you can't do the custom, or if you can't make it customized for the page, just handle the homepage then. Okay? Also, I want to point this out. On the homepage, if you're going to do the bare minimum, okay? Now, I believe that's on my list here, but since we're on a roll about schema and GBPs, yep, we're at number 3, and we're talking about schema markup. If you're going to do the bare minimums, here, I wrote out a small little tip here. All right. So here, these were some of the things. If you're going to do the basics, and you don't want to do anything else, I highly urge you to go to schema.org. Okay. When you go over to schema.org, schema markup hierarchy. Okay. My spelling, I've never won a spelling bee in my life. I'm here to showcase SEO. I've learned all of these lessons the hardest way. I assure you, I just want to help you out. Okay. Come inside of here. There is a hierarchy. What does this mean, Chris? What I mean by this is that schema.org is who has validated and created schema. So if you're going to utilize it, you have to utilize it the way that they want it formatted. The way that they want it formatted would mean that if I have a organization, the hierarchy is this. I have my organization. I name my web page, right? What I'm getting at here is go to schema.org, and whatever type of business you have, take a look at the hierarchy. You can do a simple, easy search just like I did. Hopefully you spell it better than I did. But with that being said, look for the hierarchy and see, hey, for my concrete business, for my personal injury firm, I'm a chiropractor, I'm a local business, I'm an organization. What's the hierarchy and which schemas do I need? And put them on the homepage. Why? Because if you're a local business, Google Maps and Google Business Profile is massively important, right? Of course. So we know that Google is pulling information from A tags and heading tags and any navigational elements from the homepage. How do I know this? Because when I'm looking inside of Maps, it will say website mentions, right? Or it would say page mentions or business talks about, or it'll pull stuff from your reviews or reviews that you have on the website, right? And where is it pulling that information from? Navigation, main headers, and A tags, right? Now I can influence certain things, especially within main navigation dropdowns. How I can influence this is I can have schema markup marking up my navigational links. Okay. And I can outline my services. I'm reiterating to the bot, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. And this is where I do it. Okay. So what I'm getting at here is make sure if you want to be lazy, basically, make sure you get the schema markup on your homepage right, and make sure you name the page, the organization, do your breadcrumbs, do your site link search box, do the basics for the homepage. Let's move on. Support primary pages, but note you're not a blog. Here's what I mean by this. Okay. I'll go right back over here to my example. Now, on this particular website, you can see that I have chosen, along with the webmaster here, we've chosen to put these pages off of the root. Now, why would we do this? Because when we go out to the SERP means search engine results page. Okay. When I go out to Google and I search for foundation repair Dallas, okay, huge city, what we'll notice is it's top level, home, or we're going to see off the root pages that are being rewarded. Okay. So when I come down in here and I can see that, hey, homepage, 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 I do not have the opportunity to do a homepage. So my homepage is brand. That's setting the entity. Just because these players have made the mistake to only target one thing, they're only going to win one thing. It's far and few that brand their homepage for a service and a location, and then they start taking over other locations and other services. It's far and few, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of dollars to be able to pull that off. So since we want to save dollars and save time, we brand our homepage, right? And then we target our primary location plus service pages off of the root. When I see homepage, that means I could build these off of the root because I have a branded domain. I'm becoming synonymous with the services I provide. Okay. So I built these off of the root. So to go back to the tip, all right, supporting primary pages, but you're not a blog. What I mean by this is we don't build, all right, again, we're going to go over here. We don't build blog pages to build blog pages. But what we will do is we will support primary services, supporting content, depth of concept. So we did not utilize the strategy of utilizing location-based service pages as supporting content. But what I want to show you is we don't just create random blogs, such as, what is the average pier and beam foundation repair cost in Dallas, Fort Worth? There's no pier and beam pages on my website. Why do I have a blog article talking about this? And if this is important, then why am I not talking about this within my foundation repair page? Why does that not show up as a service? And if it is important, then why aren't we building out the silo and targeting the location pages? Right? Now, what I'm getting at here for supporting your actual pages, because we're not a blog, we don't just build random stuff. Like, yeah, it's related, and yeah, it might get a little bit of traffic, but it doesn't directly assist a sale, right? If it doesn't produce dollars for the business, then why are we allocating dollars and time in order to produce it? Right? The only objective of a website is to produce dollars. That's it. So if I'm going to push dollars in or spend time on something, it has to produce a ROI. It has to. That's the only goal, right? Is to help the customer. So what I'm getting at here, to hammer this the rest of the way home, this is a random article, but we want to support our main services. So even if we haven't built out our silo, right? Like we don't have foundation repair / foundation repair Dallas, but we do have a foundation repair page. See? So when we have a top level page about foundation repair and all of the secondary services like that pier and beam, that decorative, right? Like we talked about before in this exact example, we'll have those links inside this page. We'll even talk about them in this page. Anything that talks about foundation repair that's non-geo modified information goes in this page. And then we build supporting content to support the main idea. So for instance, foundation repair, that pier and beam article would be excellent to help support this page, right? But of course, we have to talk about pier and beam inside of this page. It's all information. I hope this makes sense to you because note, inside of the head and inside of the foot, and they don't have it yet, but they will, also inside the sidebar, we're linking to our most important pages, our high commercial intent pages, our primary service plus location pages. Our internal link flow is off the chain already. That's 3 internal links already built, head, foot, sidebar, going to my most important pages that are only about foundation repair. Then on my foundation repair page, I also am talking about all my secondaries, decorative, pier and beam, but then I build out supporting articles to support those secondary services. So not only is it information, but it's technically my supporting content is really my secondary services. But those secondary services aren't worth building out geolocation pages, but they're worth having on the site. Does that make sense? Like this right here, foundation repair. I talk about all the things about foundation repair, all the little services. And then as supporting content, I build out information about those other services. You with me so far? I hope that you are. And this is how you build depth of concept. And this is how you target secondary service, but not getting away from the stuff that the 80-20 rule, the most important pages that are going to drive the majority of the business and the dollars for the business owner. So they'll get that happy bump of traffic that doesn't produce, but hopefully it does because we're targeting informational that's targeting secondary service. I hope you're with me so far. All right. So that tip there is supporting content. So in this case, it's foundation repair / build your supporting content. Supporting content could be targeting secondary services. It could also be how much does this cost? When should I do it? What is it? Whatever you want. But it goes underneath the primary hub page. All right. Hopefully that helps. Number 5, if you have a service internally linked to it. If you have a service internally linked to it. Now, we've already talked about this, in passing as we're going through these tips for helping this particular business owner and hopefully your website. Just because this is concrete contracting and foundation repair doesn't mean that if you're a chiropractor or a dentist or a doctor, this can't help you. Think of your own keywords. Are you making these errors? I see these issues very consistently. So back to this tip here. If you have a service internally linked to it, we've already talked about this. What I'm getting at here is primary services are in the head. Okay. They're in the foot. We also like to get them inside the body here. See, this is the internal linking block is what we call it. So now it's in the head, foot, body. We're probably going to have a sidebar that will list them again and also link to our secondary services and our informational content that is hyper related to foundation repair. So technically speaking, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 internal links site-wide, well, category-wide, going to our most important pages, right? Head, foot, body, sidebar. And the reason why I love those particular places is because it's easily manageable. When you make an internal linking block like this as well, this is usually a site-wide element, especially if you're using WordPress. So it's easy to maintain and manage. Again, going back to why, because when you're highlighting words like this and editing and say you're getting in the silo, if I say, hey, we're not operating in Plano anymore, anytime you were pointing from a Plano page to a Plano page, you have to go back to each individual page, find that A tag, and clean it up. As opposed to checking menus, sidebar menus, or checking a site-wide element and making a modification. You always want to cover yourself. You always want to save time because time is dollars too, because you have to charge your client. You want to be as efficient as possible, right? We want to save time. We want to save dollars and we want to save time. Anybody can throw dollars at something and get to the finish line, right? But being optimal or expertise is getting there fast for a lower cost. And that's always the goal, in my opinion. All right, so let's move on. Increase A tags. Jump links work great. Now I'm going to show you another example here. A tags are massively important. Now we've already talked about up here in the head, the foot, the sidebar, making internal link blocks global. Another way to increase A tags, and you can go and read the patents, the PageRank patent. There's patents out the wazoo related to the weighting of an A tag or a clickable link on the page. Just like a paragraph text or just like a header, right, has more weight on a page, or in the head or the foot has a different weight than in the body, right? An A tag holds a ton of weight. What's an A tag? That's a hyperlink. That's a clickable link with an anchor text, an A tag. Okay. So what I'm getting at here is you can make jump links. Don't take it from me. Here's a well-known provider. All right. Backlinko was bought by SEMrush. All right. But I always like to show this because almost everybody that watches me knows who this person is. Right. So don't take it from me. I mean, you could go out to Neil Patel's site. You could come here to Backlinko. You can go to SEMrush. Here's another site that does it very well. It's called lawrank.com. Huge law firm site, right? Check out their blogs. What I want to show you, or what the tip is, in order to increase A tags, right? Internal links on the page, or A links on a page. Because no, Google can't read. And it doesn't matter if you're linking to yourself or if you're linking to another page. I'm not talking external links. I'm talking internal links. An A tag is counted regardless of where it goes. So people could, when I explain this to people, they don't ever wrap their hands around, hey, just link to yourself. But what a lot of people do wrap their heads around is making jump links to the relevant headings. So again, here, take it from Backlinko. This is a huge blog. See this on the side here? These are jump links that go to the article, right? So this is going to headings within the article. Some of them are going to other pages. A lot of them are going to, I think 2 of them are going to other pages, but the other ones are going to the headings or sections within a page. What this is doing, look at online marketing classes. What this does is it increases the amount of internal links, A tags. A tags hold more weight. It improves the optimization of your page. Let's move on. All right. Last but not least, who is your expert? Moving into this year, okay? When last September, when all those updates were happening and they were cleaning stuff up, a huge piece of it, right? I'm talking last September. You know, in that update, when everybody got rocked and there was like all this chaos. It started happening last September. For you that are in the industry and are watching close, you know exactly what I'm talking about. September until now, there's been massive updates, like massive changes, right? Like not the propaganda that's being peddled by Google or the stuff you read in groups, but when you're watching, like there's been big changes. And one of the big changes that I have noticed is actually building out expertise or building out your E. And it's not as mundane as adding a contact page or a privacy or a compliancy. Yes, that helps. But what I mean by this is, let's take a look at a huge marketing agency. All right. This is Thrive Agency. See these blue pages? Now, there's 2 ways to do this. I'm going to show you 2 examples. This is where they're accrediting. This is because they added it after, because they realized that it's helpful, right? But what I'm getting at here is these pages are anybody that whoever the expert for the particular niche is, because this website talks about PPC, local SEO, search engine optimization. They talk about digital marketing. So they have a specialist for each category. So each of these experts only write and internally link to their articles that they have expertise in. And then they've built their socials and everything online around their expertise. And then they've built out their expertise profile, author profile, and everything within their website. So they became the expert in whatever category they're in, PPC, social media, local, Google Maps, whatever it is, digital marketing. They've created their expert. They've created a persona around the expert. They've created the profile on the site, and they only link to that category inside of the site. Now they're doing down up, but here, I'll show you another way to do it. If you take a look at Backlinko, okay, again, Backlinko is ran by SEMrush now, but here, see Kate Starr. Let's go back. See this? This is another one, Kate Starr. See this, Kate Starr. Now here, we'll keep going. Keep going. Look at this. See, blog authors, Kate Starr. Now they're doing top down. So they're starting with the author. They're starting with the expert. That is the expert for, obviously, SEO, right? Or content marketing in this particular case. So she's the expert. And then all of the content that she does, I just went through her silo for you, is only talking about this one thing. And they've built the persona around this one thing. I've seen this on HomeLight, which is in the real estate space. I've seen this on LawRank. The players that are in high competition markets that are doing this, building personas and building depth of concept with an author or an expert, are skyrocketing in rank. All right, I want to give this tip to you. So with that being said, my name is Chris Palmer. with chrispalmer.org. If you have any questions related to local SEO, Google Business Profile, Google Maps, Facebook ads, Google ads, if you need help with any of this stuff, check out chrispalmer.org. If you just need a tip, just have a brief question, please ask in the section below. We answer all questions. All right. If it's just a thank you, I have somebody that does that, but questions, I answer them all myself. With that being said, check out chrispalmer.org or SEOmastermind.org. If you have a quick question, ask in the section below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next local SEO website optimization tutorial video. Have a great night. Bye-bye. Woo! I have to be a little quiet. It is quite late. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see if you have any questions. The next thing we're going to do live is we are helping out a carpet website in Brighton. We've been working on this site, I believe, about 25 days. So they're starting to hit first page for all of the primary terms that they want in the primary locations, but we want to be top 3. So we've put up the pages, we've put up the primary services, but we just want to go back in and tweak the pages, build some links, and take it from there. So maybe we could do that together, or until I get tired. And I'm already tired, so. So we can go through some process. Some people I've noticed, some, hopefully maybe you, like to see, the process. So I don't mind showing that. All right. So I've been asked about sites, right? Sites that we work on. So I've been asking some of the clients, hey, do you mind if I show this? So I'll have not a slew, but quite a few that will say yes. I've been asking so I can show you different facets of SEO, local stuff, carpet cleaners, pools, law firms, chiropractors, dentists, all weird and fun stuff as well. So I'll always be able to show you new, fresh examples. Auto parts store, auto repair shops, car dealers. Like I have not expertise, but highly trained in a lot of verticals, right? Like I do very, very well in real estate and law. I do very, very well for chiropractors. We've had great success in LA for chiropractors, big cities, hard stuff. So I just want to be able to share that with you is all I'm getting at. I know it's late. I'm kind of tired. I apologize if I'm rambling, but in any case, let's answer some questions here. If you took the time to ask it, I want to answer it. I got horrendous, look at this sunburn on my nose. So it just like kind of hurts. I'm trying not to touch it. Hey man, what do you think about CTR? What are you thinking about CTR manipulation? I mean, we've been running and offering and doing CTR since 2017. Came out with a training in the end of 2017 on CTR. As far as publicly, I think I was one of the first people to run out there with it. But I love it. Right? So much so too, another piece of thought is we've allocated a lot or invested a lot into creating tools and assets in order and profiles and server, like the server resource in order to have and stay logged into dozens, hundreds of accounts and keep them active is I'm invested heavily into CTR. And I think it's highly effective, but you need to be very mindful in how you're doing it. All right. So I really hope that helps you out. Hey, Chris, been following your YouTube channel. I'd like to ask if you're interested in SEO VA in exchange for your internship training. Not currently. I just hired a helper, but I really do appreciate you taking the time to learn with me. All right. I promote within. I'll be 100% honest with you. It started family based, as you know. like doing the services. I do training. There's multiple facets of my business, and then I've been expanding. There's white label, there's agency, there's training, and then there's like consulting, training, services, and then we're expanding, like building out link networks. On top of that, we're starting to allocate resource towards doing PPC campaigns and LSA campaigns for people. But I hire with it because like my name's on stuff, right? And it only takes one or two people. I, you know, I have to be very mindful on who I hire. All right. Good to see you, Julian. Hey, Chris, big fan of your videos. Learn a lot from them. I have a service business and we are into repair of Apple products. What is your suggestion on building location pages? So you're repairing phones and tablets and laptops, I assume, and maybe those screen things, right? I forget what they're called. I'm not a big Apple fan, but I do have an iPhone, right? With that being said, what is my thoughts on creating location pages? I've worked on a mobile phone repair service before. If at least in the city I was in, I think we were doing it in Long Island. Yep, Long Island. So we were able to take over quite easily. Um, I don't. I think Maps is going to be your best option for that particular business. I'd get on Maps and I would get as many Maps verified listings as possible. And wherever you get a verified listing, then I would create a page. But for you, because the volume is so low and most people are going on their phone or on their tablet or on their computers at home and hitting the Maps listing, or they're going into their local mall, I would be looking to do either local advertising or get Maps. If you can get the Maps, then I would create a page, but I don't want to just do content marketing. I just don't think it would be fruitful for you, or I don't know you that well, but generally people aren't patient enough. Like you would have to hit a ton of pages to make it work. So I don't think that's the way to roll. With that being said, that's the last of the questions. Let's hop over here to another live example and we can go back to work. Note, we're going to be working on this live. I'll talk about what we're doing here. See, this particular business, if we were to look up, say, here, let me clean this out just in case. All right. So like carpet cleaning, Erie, Colorado. All right. So these are some of our leading competitors. This is our client. And no, like this is number 3, number 4, number 5. A lot of the pages, are we're first page. Don't get us wrong. But the client, we became friends over time. We want to hit the top 3. We really want top 2. I understand that age plays a huge part, but we have a content strategy that we want to do. But what we're looking to do right now is tidy up some of these pages. We had a piece of content, but I wanted to go in here and just tweak it just a little bit. And what I did is we had this particular page. I'll go in here and show you. I was fixing some of the widgets. Here, I'll show you some of the pages that were there previously. And this was like the first run. And remember, we'll launch everything out. We'll see how it does. And then we'll go back and tweak things. Because if it hits where we want to be, we don't want to do work unless we have to. Remember, time, dollars, effort is important for us, right? And if Google's going to reward something, they're going to reward something. So what I did here so far, if you're watching, Keith, or if you decide to watch this, is I added carpet cleaners, right, plus location to the main dropdown. So that means that all of these words are going to be accredited to the pages, okay? On top of this, if you take a look down here, carpet cleaning, it's also added it down here, all right? So that's head and foot, all right? We didn't design this. We're just adding to it. I finally have a really good web designer. It's not me. That's for sure. But I do have a person now. We're going to start offering that soon enough. But um, with that being said, Keith, so we added all the stuff up in here. I added it down to the bottom. Now, some of the pages, how they looked previously, I just want to point this out, is I'll go to Lupin or Lupin. And when we come inside of this page here, we'll take a look at the header count. So you can see that it's 10, 25, 26, 27, 28, 37 headers are on this page in Lupin. 37. So the new pages that we're doing, I'll go ahead and show that to you. Carpet cleaning. Longmont is the one that I started to tweak first. Okay. So if we come inside of here, I'll go here. And then as you can see, now we have 13, 14, 15 headers. Okay. So we went from 33 headers down to 15 headers. So we've lowered the amount of zones on the page. The next thing that I wanted to go in there and do, and this is based on the leading competition, the average is 16, looking in the hardest place. So I'm right in that average range, like I'm really, really close. I actually wanted to have less with a higher optimization score and see if we could get that lift that we're like go from 6 to top 3, is what I'm hoping for. But here I'll show you another upgrade that I decided to make other than doing the headers and the footer. All right. Other than, let me just make sure I'm on the right pages here. So another piece that I did is, here we'll take a look at the word count. So 2,376, okay? And then you can see on the Longmont page, all right, so we've actually increased, see this? 376. I've increased the words by 100, okay? The other piece I want to point out here is, as you can see, carpet cleaning, cleaners, carpets. So 20, this was 107, 84, 35, right? So carpet cleaning cleaners, this right here is the Longmont page, carpet cleaning cleaners, Longmont carpets. So 128, 108, 37, I've increased all the primary terms and the variations inside of the text. Another piece that I did is I've also gone in, I'll show you this update too. Hopefully, Keith, you're watching this. You may be watching it now, but if not now, I'm sure you will see it because I'm going to chop this out and send it to you. But Longmont, where's Fort Lupton? So here, take a look at this. If you come into this particular page, Control F, and you type near me, there's none. Nearby, near you, the word near, 0. Okay. Now, what I want to point out here is when you come over here to the Longmont page now, Control F, near, 5 times, near me. We have a straight up near me inside of a head tag. Okay. We have near you as well, 1 time. So near me, near you, and also near, there's also a nearby. I don't know if I did it like this. Yep, nearby. So near you, near me, nearby. Those are all 3 in there. I've increased the density of the near me and variations of near me. All right. Clever. So let's move on here. The other piece that I went ahead and did for you, Keith, is when you take a look at this here, see how you had all this stuff up in here? Like, see how this is laid out? See how this looks? See all this stuff? These were actually headers. Like, these are all H tags. There's this stuff. This is an H tag, right? And see the layout of this? Okay. This is an H tag. It's an unoptimized zone. See all this stuff? So what I did is on this page, I changed things up slightly. Okay. Oh, this actually should have moved up. It must not have updated, because what I did is I actually took this page here. Okay. This page, let me just check. Like this section, and I moved it up. So that way it's going to be on the page because I want to get the text down bottom. It's going to be this block, the blue block, and then that next block, and then the body of text. And then we're going to have the links. Okay. So also too, I got rid of these underlines. Like, see how it looks here? And if you note, I also added the keyword into the A tag here. So see how these are the locations? If you look at these, carpet cleaning, carpet cleaning, carpet cleaning. Okay, this is how we jacked up our density, because note your leading competition, which is Oxy, right? If you come over here and go to carpet cleaning, Boulder is probably the biggest location that we want to target. If you come inside of here and you take a look at our friends over here at Oxy, take a look at their density here. Cleaning, 120 times. Now let's look at us. Cleaning, 108. All right, so now we're a lot closer in the range of what we need. So and then when we take a look at this, see how they have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They have 18 headers. We have 16. We had 33. So I fixed the headers. I fixed the A tags. I fixed the header and the footer. I fixed the formatting. I also fixed the near me terms, right? Like I'm just tweaking the page. Okay. I'm tuning the page. I'm better optimizing the page. And that's, so now what we're going to do is I want to go in here because I want to make this a finalized product. So give me 1 second here. So we'll come inside of here. All right. And I'm pretty happy with it. You know, I think our new builder could design the site a little better. Here, I'll show you something. I'll show you the new guy that I have that's building stuff for us. He's great. He's going to be full-time just with us, but here's just to take a look at some of the sites that he's done. Here, you can take a look at this one. Here, we'll open this one up. We'll open this one up. Here's another one. And here's another one. So these are just templates on live domains, but they're live sites. They're just templates. All right. So to give people an idea of what we're doing. So here we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll start. These are all different types too. So this has, this is somebody that's for us, but here, just ignore that. So here, take a look at this. So here's our design. That's one of them. Not bad, right? Another template. One of our designs. Not bad. This could be for like a nursing home. Here's another template. Okay, not bad. Hopefully you like it. And then here's a magazine template. And I hope that you like that. I'll show you one more maybe if you want to see it. All right, another magazine style. Colorful cloud. I can only imagine what this looks like. Very pretty. So I like these color combinations together, the gray and the blue. So I really hope that you like that as well. All right. So if you need we're going to start offering this, Keith. So if you want us to redesign it, we're able to do sites, 11-page sites in a day. And they come out really nice. We're going to templatize everything. We have 250 templates to choose from. Out of the 250 templates, you give us the images, or we can produce image, change colors, fonts, sizes, but we keep the base template. You see what I'm saying? So that's how we're going to do it. Because I'm productized, as you know. But anyone else that may see this, that's how we're going to be doing it. And I think I can pretty much undercut everybody out there. So I just want to keep that level of quality, because I think that's worth, $10 to $25 a page. You know what I'm saying? Just for the design. And then the tuning, the optimization, I think we can really undercut the market. I really do. So with that being said, let's get back into here. I want to, let's make sure. Now, I don't really like this builder, Keith. I want to let you know that. I'm not a fan. Okay, I'm not a big fan of this builder. Okay. But I can work with it. Like this crap here, like doing this stuff. There, got it. Okay. All right. Now I just want to make sure. Oh, that's what I wanted to try. I wanted to see. I wanted to see if I want to create some jump links for the page. So I'm glad that we're on this part. Am I able to create? Can you create jump links inside a Divi? I've never used this before. I'm looking for an easy way to do it. Oh. Why don't you use Google, Chris? How to create jump links in Divi. This is the 4th time now I've used Divi. Not as bad as Elementor, but not my choice. Not by a long shot. Open the text box and add a link that includes a £sign and the title of a section you want to link to. Okay. And highlight the text where you want to add. Add the CSS ID for your anchor element and click OK. Here, let's just take a look at this. We'll give this guy a click real quick. I think I have it. I just want to make sure. Oh my gosh, you got to sell me stuff, huh? You can't just do me a solid. Okay. 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 I think I can go and again, if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in. I know this might not be the most fun thing. I'll chop this section out. This is just kind of when we're just working together. And I'm showing you. You know? But what I want to do here is I want to go to Longmont. Okay. Oh my gosh, this phone number has an H tag in it? Oh man, that's gotta go. Well, that could be an unoptimized zone. I guess we could keep it. I'm not worried about it. Where'd that thing go? Okay. So all of these just hit a space. Okay, now what I want you to do, so what we'll do is we'll go over here to Gemini and we'll say, yo, listen. Please create jump links in HTML using these headings. So this is Gemini, and I'm just having them do this for me quick. Okay. Well, we'll try it this way first, just to see how it looks. Yep. All right, then we'll come over here. That's just for me. Oh. Oh, I see. That's funny. Okay. Go back to text. So I literally need to add this ID. I see. Well, okay, let's I guess I could do that. There's got to be an easier way. Looking for cleaners. Well, I guess I could just add them. Okay, so we won't do the H1. Guess we don't really need that. Looking for cleaners. So then this will be looking for cleaners, and then on the ID, okay, got it. All right, now let me see how that looks. Oh, I see. Okay, I get it now. Okay, here, you can get rid of this now. I understand. I think I can just do it. I don't think it's worth it. I'll ask Keith, but I understand how to do it now with this flipping thing. Oh my gosh, I hate this thing so much. I see now. So if I come into here and I go like this, where's that stupid bot? Okay. Are you able to add classes and IDs? Okay, so you can. Okay. Well, Keith, I'm not going to sit and do that for each one, but now that I know how to do it, I can tell you how to do it. I don't necessarily want to sit and do that. It's not really up my alley. Okay. All right. The reason why I'm doing this is because then I can have. That looks good. Okay. 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 So, Longmont, check. So what we're going to do here is we're going to check and see the last time Google was at the page, which was May the 28th. And this is what it looked like. Who are these people? No? Oh, I know what it is. I am done with the... I remember looking those up. All right, since we're testing this... All right, so carpet, cleaning, Longmont. Is number 9. All right. Boulder. Number 15. Erie. You are number 5. Commerce City. These are all the hardest ones, I think. Number 6. And then so Commerce, oh, Louisville. Number 2. Broomfield. So I'm just looking up current position before I make a modification. We're making a boatload of modifications, to be honest. Number 9. I pretty much did all the work. Broome, Longmont, Boulder, Erie, Commerce City, and Louisville. So this is where we're going to make the edits. Oh, and then Westminster. Number 16. All right, so Westminster 16. So we're page 1, page 2 for almost all. Today is 6/1/2024. Rank check live. Okay. This is going to be for carpet cleaning. I just leave little notes for myself. I always do this. All right, what did we do? So, we fixed the head menu, fixed foot menu to add keywords to both. Okay, if you're following along, you may or may not be. Increased primary and variation density in text. Increased near me, nearby, near you density. Lowered header count to 15 total. Increased header optimization to 70%. It's like 77.3 or something like this. Increased header optimization. Lowered the amount of headers, but increased optimization. Increased the near me terms. Primary and variation density. Fixed the head and the foot to add the primary key terms into it. Yeah. Oh. And then, so header, footer. Oh, and modified the content. Yeah, well, I guess that's goes without saying. Modified content. I just changed what it said. What else did we do? Let me see here. Oh. Fixed internal linking block. Fixed inner linking block. Increased a tag keyword usage. And I think that ought to do it. Yep, that's what we did. Okay. Now, okie doke. That's right. Okay. I fixed all this. Oh, and I made an item list. Oh, I added a list. That's the last piece that I want to do. All right, so let's grab the stuff that we need here. Added organization schema. Okay. All right, and hit this and save. Then what we want to do is come on over here, schema, manual, add schema. Custom. Colorado. Keith. What's his name? I mean, I know his name, but I don't know how to. I wrote it here. Oh me, oh my. Need more. Oh me, oh my. All right. Founder. Okay. Postal address. All right. Colorado Carpet Masters. Oh me, oh my. Need more quinine. Oh me, oh my. All right, and then this is CO. Cut. Add. CO US address. Oh me, oh my, my. This is the... All right. Okay, telephone number. Okay. Oh me, oh my, my. I'm tired. All right, let's get in there and tough these out. Don't forget to add. Yeah, I know. All right, now let's go to the Longmont page and double check and see. We should have organization. All right, I don't want to look at that right now, dude. My eyes are like burning. It's 3 o'clock. I'm gonna answer your questions. We're gonna call it. I got what I did. Keith, if you're curious, is I've made now. I went in there. I updated the content. I updated this page, but this block here, I made anything in green. Here, I'll show you quick. Anything green with an outline on it. I just learned this. Um, See how it's green? I made these global elements. I learned this with Divi. So I fixed this global element, okay, because these headers, this I know to move up. I made this block a global element. And then I did this section too as a global element. Or at least it should be. If it's not, I'll have to fix it. I thought I did. Well, here, let's go into a page now. You guys have any questions? Really love your videos. I love yours too. Hey, Chris. All right, so let's go ahead and answer this here. Hey, Chris, I have a national client. What should I do if I can't get a GMB and my lead gen website ranked #1 is not generating enough leads? How can I get more leads? I have a video in the chamber on a day that I'm feeling down, but I want to produce a video. This is the problem with the rank and rent, the lead generation for rank and rent, is because if you rank for one thing in one city, even if the keyword volume is 400 a month, 600 a month, see, the stuff that ranks right away or ranks easily has lower volume, overall volume. Like your page will probably get 30, 40 visitors a month, even if you're in the top spots, right? And then what's the average conversion? Let's say that a conversion is a phone call or a form fill. Let's say half do that. And then usually 4%? Let's say 5% actually turn into a client. So what did you get? One customer a month? You can't run a business like that. So if you want to increase, the only way that I have found to increase is to do more faster. So you have two options. You can either target large cities and invest and wait the time, or you can hit all the small, tiny locations, every little one. Put them all up and see which ones Google rewards. That's web content marketing. If you want to start hitting GBPs, that's another opportunity, right? But that's a whole nother wave of issues. And then on top of that, you have other facets of marketing. Facebook ads, YouTube ads, right? These are the modes that I use: Facebook, YouTube, Reddit. Starting to mess around with Twitter or X to see how that works. But that's all I have. Sir, if a page ranked on first page, what should be a backlink strategy? If a page is ranked on the first page, the backlink strategy is based upon what the competition has. Second one, if a page generated 20 days ago and its position does not improve, should I update that page? No. Let it sit. What SEO plugin do you use, and is it better than Rank Math? I use SEO Press, and it's light years better, in my opinion, than Rank Math. I think Rank Math is bloated. I think it slows down the system. I don't like how they categorize stuff and mark stuff. I don't like that tool personally. That's my opinion, but I do know a lot of people that love it. So it's just not for me. I don't really like it. That's just my opinion. But I do like SEO Press. I don't have any links or anything, but it is what I use. Like any client that I touch, if they have WordPress, we use SEO Press. If you check some of my stuff, at least the public facing stuff, SEO Press. Like I think I've shown a few sites of mine. I've probably slipped up and shown some affiliate stuff or lead gen stuff that I have by accident, but but I quickly eradicated those videos. How do you generate the meta title and description for your pages? I'll either write it into the code for like our static, like our HTML, our Bootstrap sites. I write it like meta title. But when it's on WordPress, we just use SEO Press, and it takes care of all that type of little stuff. Watching you from Bangladesh, this is my first comment on your channel. I follow you a year, working as a link acquisition and guest posting specialist for 5. Need suggestion for GBP? Sure. I'd be more than happy to help you out. If there's something you would like me to look at, please toss it in. I'd be happy to look at it for you while I have a little bit more time. Any chance I can get the work completed from last year? You changed your e-commerce? Please check on Mike Manning. I would love to see you. Let's take a look. Come on over, book a time. If you take a look at this, I'll show you something. See, I've had this issue, Mike Manning. If you're going to the old store, it doesn't exist like you mentioned, right? Inside of here, see this button here? It's blue. 11-3. 11 to 3. There's a person here. 11 to 3, Monday through Friday. There's a live person here. If you don't have if you're not inside the store already, okay, please sign up on, I know it looks the same, but it's actually different, okay? It's a completely new system, all right? I cleaned all the old stuff out and moved everything over. Got a different team in there. And also the ticketing, my brother handles that now. So give us 24 hours, but tickets, I have live support. Please come see us. It's nothing to me to add money to your account so we can continue working together. All right. So, and I'm sure I'm sure we can rectify any issues there, Mike. All right. So thank you for your comment, though. I appreciate that. Moving on to the next one. Can you do a quick audit of my site? I don't know about audit, but I don't mind looking back. Chris never texts me back. What? That's a lie. Well, I want to know. Oh, at 12. It was 12 o'clock in the morning. My phone is off when I'm streaming. I love you, dude. Oh, oh man. Chase, dude, I love you, brother. Dude, I consider us friends. I have no reason not to message you back, dude. There's no reason to be heartbroken, bro. Why do you use Gemini over ChatGPT? I use them both. Um, I'm a Google fanboy, you know? I've been working for Google for a very long time. You know what I mean? Like I use Google products, I use their email, I use their meeting system. I'm essentially work for Google, right? I make pages optimize better so they rank. I read all their patents. I read their search requirements. I'm in their community. like I think about Google all the time. It's I don't want to say the word pathetic, but like I spend a lot of time thinking about Google. You know? So that's just why. I mean, plus on top of it, I pay I don't know if it's because I pay the highest tier for my Google Workspace. And I have all the functionality. I went and turned on everything, and I have all kinds of cool stuff. Google has all kinds of neat stuff. They have this Notebook LM. I don't know if you ever saw this. Super cool. Like they got some cool stuff, man. Google's awesome. That's the only reason I love them. Is Schema help for e-commerce website? I don't do too much e-com. Yeah, I've worked on a pretty large rug website, probably one of the most well-known in the eastern part of the United States. I've had a particular section because there's so many, like, I've had a nice hand in a very well-known rugs website. Um, in fact, if you look up a, uh, well, okay, of course it shows up that way. Um, let's see how we're doing. I mean, there's, I mean, who's, it doesn't get, I mean, we're pretty close. It's not Rugs USA, but it's in this list right here. So, like, I've had the opportunity to work on some pretty crazy sites. Oh, I also, there's a particular type of painting they're called diamond paintings. I also worked on an e-com site that did paintings. Well, specifically, they have a brand that's diamond paintings. It's a specific type. All right, so, but that's it. You know what I mean? Other than like training, which I do e-commerce for myself, but I don't do any schema on that site. I I do utilize schema markup for local business websites, but just I like organization. Name the page, whatever the main hierarchy is for organization. That's really it. I might go out of my way and name images and video objects, anything that has an enhancement. I believe there's 26. If you come right over here, see, I look at this so many times that I go right to the list. Schema list is what I call it. If you take a look here and you look at enhanced search results, I believe there's 26 that get an enhancement, and that's where I focus my attention. How I rank my client Google My Business profile on some specific keywords. What steps? I've mentioned this before in a broad sense because this is a relatively broad question. In the broadest sense, it really takes three things, right? Four, really, three to wrap things up. One is I need to optimize the profile. That's the category, products, services, description, the profile for the terms, for the services I provide, and where I provide them. I need to optimize my home site, my homepage, most notably. The navigations, head, foot, sidebar, internal links, mostly the navigation elements, heading tags, and A tags. I need to optimize for, you guessed it, location and service. On top of that, I need to generate clicks and traffic from those locations looking for those services and click on me. And last but not least, I need people leaving reviews talking about those locations about and leaving reviews about how good I do that service. And if you're really good and you can do it, you want to generate the reviews from the location you provide service, talking about the location you provide service and talking about the products that you provide. If you get clicks, traffic, reviews, optimize the profile in the website around location and service, and that's it. That's how you do it in a nutshell. What you do, Chris, please explain. What do I do? Well, that's what we do. Oh yeah? Well, let's go see. I'll tell you right now how it's going. Give me a second. Well, I don't want to spoil the. I was just double checking the accounts. I don't want to spoil the fun, but it looks to me like there's some service based. I think he's trying both out to see the performance. They're service based and also location based. The service based struggle, just like we mentioned, but still seeing a performance increase. However, the location based are top five. Top five for a 13-mile radius. So from the 30s to top five. So it'll be interesting to see, but we'll see how everything pans out. I'm getting tired. All right, but I'm going to go through the rest. Is web searching indexing API better than buying the Index Me Now or indexing SEO tools? You know, I'm launching not only a search engine optimization tools. Let's see if that's. Let me see something here. Let me just take a look at something really quick here. Okay, so he's still rendering something. All right, so I won't show that right yet. Okay, because it looks like he's still fixing something. We're launching a few new tools to the suite, but right aside that tool, I'm launching a tool blog. So we're going to talk about other tools and indexers along with offering our tools, our tool suite, keyword cannibalization checker, citation checker, stuff like that, right? Stuff that's useful for me that I use every day that I want for me, and then I'm going to offer it, right? But what I'm getting at here is alongside of that blog and that tool suite, I'm also launching just a blog where we're doing case studies and primarily SEO testing. One of the first tests that I'll release complimentary is going to be how indexers or crawlers are a sham and how you can index your links easily and cheaply. Now, one of the tests that I'll be giving away first and foremost complimentary is we just ran a test. I'll show you something. This is pretty fun. Here, I'll see if I can show you something here quick. Well, here, actually. So here, let's see if you could see this. Okay. So here's one of the first tests, and we have a much better write-up. I have a writer. I just run the test, right? So this is just the test, okay? But I have a very nice writer to launch stuff. So within 14 days, this is one of the testing methods, okay? So we had 11 days. We had domains that were sitting for over 60 days that would not index and or had penalty, okay? So in the 14 days since setup, we were able to run a index check. So every single one was not indexed utilizing Google. I won't show you the method, but after 14 days, we had 8 out of 13, which will give you a 72%. So we were able to index 72%, and that was completely for free. So you can utilize this method, or the search API. So you can use a crawl method. I also know a bucket method that works very, very well. And I also know a method of utilizing, I know quite a few ways to index links, or at least get them crawled and seen. See, that's really the lie with indexing tools, is they're not actually indexing them, they're getting crawled or seen. The problem with indexing isn't the initial index or the initial crawl. It's staying in the visible or the forward-facing index, which is called the search result. There's multiple indexes or there's fresh indexes. Like, it's very, very important It doesn't matter if you're in the search results. It just matters, are you in their actual fresh index? If you're in the fresh index, then you're passing link power. All right. So I hope that helps you out. And I'm sorry I'm moving slow. I'll try to go faster. How do you explain the impact of near me on SERPs if location is already a key factor? Because some people are typing near me or nearby or near us or near a restaurant. Some people are searching for a different variant. So in order to add the most amount of geo-relevance, I add the primary term or the location specific. You see, most people that are going to be in a specific location aren't going to type the location, but there are people that will. And I also need to be able to provide relevance to Google. So the people that are going to type the location, I want to hit those. The people that aren't going to type the location, I need to be able to get those. And the people that type near me or nearby, I also want to capture those. So that's why we do this. And this is why we make geo-modified pages. So I hope that helps you out. Can you suggest me some best tips for ranking our client? All right. Do you offer done for you service to rank a site, like a monthly retainer or something? Do you offer done for you service? Um, it depends on what the site is. I'm getting more selective. I'm primarily a white label service provider. So if you need a service provided, monthly link building, Haro links, any pretty much any service under the sun, if you come on over here to chrispalmer.org, I'll show you something. Right? Like all the services for the clients that we currently have, like I need to hire more people or just offer white label. I'm probably going to get more people, right? But every service that I provide for monthly recurring clients, I offer white label, right? So what I'm currently in the process of is splitting my business to agency completely done for you, which will be a far different price than what we offer here. Um, but everything you need is right here. Website traffic, Google Maps traffic, CTR, premium, everything is right here. All right. So I have done for you, but it really depends on your niche, your category, how old your website is, your aura, like you as a person, right? You know, the best thing to do is book a time, and we'll take it from there. All right. Can you do a CTR booster video? We've built and we utilize, we've built our own impression and web traffic tool. Aside from that, when I'm doing impressions, I work with another company while we run our impressions in order to produce a result for maps. We're doing two separate things. So with that being said, yeah, that's not the tool that I'm currently using. All right. Updates on your data aggregation tool. Yes, it's being built into search engine optimization tools.com. That with the keyword cannibalization checker is what is it's as soon as this is live, those tool sets will be there. Most notably, data aggregation submission and keyword cannibalization checking. I think there will be a service charge for the API call, but it won't be $70. I assure you of that. It'll be like 10. I'm sorry, I missed you. I'm very sorry I'm moving slow. It's time. All right. And bro, You went off crying, sniffed, then rubbed your nose. Did you just... Oh, yeah, no. No. Not even close, dude. I have a giant... I don't know if you can see this or not, but my nose is burnt. I almost have like a second-degree burn here, and it's just burning and hurting. So, that's what I was doing. Dude, that is not even related to anything that I do, to be quite frank with you. I'm a little wild, but I'm not that wild. What is your professional opinion on the Google leak? What's your professional opinion on AI search for local SEO? I'm good. My nose is just killing me, dude. But I'm about to go to bed. See, I'm in the United States. I'm not sure where you are, but it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I work. I spend a lot of time right here working, working on different assets, working on different tools. The reason why I'm up tonight is I was talking to the developer. But yeah, that's that. I own properties. I have to like clean up properties. I get weird calls about property. Like, it's crazy. We have a massive lead generation operation going on right now. That's just mind numbing and bone curdling. um, so that's an interesting project. Managing at this point 42 separate lead gen assets, and updating stuff and launching stuff and trying stuff, and plus having a testing group. I have a lot going on and I love it, but I'm great. It's just late. And then here, let's talk about this right here. Okay. So, professional opinion on the Google leak. Um, in my personal opinion, it's a lot of stuff that I read was stuff that already validated what we knew, right? There wasn't anything really crazy in that leak. With that being said, where did it originate from, right? It just so happens to be some of the best marketers in the game, right? So for me, when I see something like that a anonymous person just magically sent a leak, which was really just somebody slipped up on API information, to me that was brilliant marketing and it gathered attention. I'm just curious on what was the product. What was the product? Why were they gathering attention? You know? So that was, to me, it was just marketing and they did a good job. It's not like we learned anything new. Okay. As far as the AI is concerned, I like, there's a lot of AI and there's a lot of capability and there's a lot of stuff that I love. The piece that I'm concerned with, is that Google is changing so rapidly and becoming more greedy over the course of time, which is starting to hinder the performance of actual businesses. So I'm just curious on how much more ad space are they going to take? How many more features are they going to take away from us? So these are the things that concern me, right? Um, like, I'm an SEO. I've been doing this job for over a decade. Um, like, this is how I earn. So I always have the same concerns that maybe you do, right? Like, hey, is it everything going to change so much that I'm not needed? Only time will tell. But as of now, no. But I love you guys. You have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn with me tonight. Um, if you would like, if you need anything for your tools, right? If you need mobile proxies, if you're making accounts, like I mentioned before, we do a lot of CTR, traffic and clicks. We create accounts, hold accounts, we do reviews. The need for proxies is massively important internally for a lot of facets of my business. So we also offer our mobile proxies. And this is a Chris Palmer brand. This is proxypixie.com. We have mobile, shared, dedicated. scraping proxies. I have a very large network. Um, and if you take a look now, the costs are relatively low still. All right, there's still a deal going on. Okay, so you can get them for, I think we're beating pretty much everyone in the market for dedicated and web scraping mobile proxies, 4G rotating. On top of that, if you want to learn with me, SEOmastermind.org, I have a testing group and group coaching. If that's of no, if you want to go lower and you just want some tests, I have a newsletter, I have a podcast, I have this channel. I also have a YouTube mastermind that I enjoy and love. And that's everything. If there's anything I could do for you, ask in the section below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. It's been a long day. I love you guys and gals, and I'll see you in the next one. It's very, very late. I have to be quiet. I have tenants here. So